So I'm here with Lynn Conrad at Startup Weekend, and I just wanted to first ask you, Lynn, as a long-standing entrepreneur, why do you think entrepreneurship is important to Canada, and why do you believe in supporting it?
Entrepreneurship in Canada runs our economy. If it wasn't for entrepreneurs in Canada, we wouldn't have much of anything. All the ideas, the generations, everything that runs our family structures, our network, and makes money flow, all comes from entrepreneurs. Basically how it works.
Absolutely, no, it really does. And you've mentioned that you're really a big supporter of the Startup Weekend, and you're thinking of, maybe trying to take this to New Brunswick and things like that. So what is it about this particular type of an event that is so great in supporting entrepreneurship?
The energy it brings, it really, by the time, already we're only halfway through this weekend, and I'm so excited about the app and where it's going to be going and what we have going on and what the future brings. And then you're connecting with all these people. I have some great ideas for designing some apps, but I didn't know any designers or anybody else who's the kind of have the energy that I have when it comes to this kind of work ethic. And it's kind of great that people are here late, working late, and I'm not alone. So, and I know like right now we have 13 startup weekends going on right around the entire world. So I know I'm not alone in doing this, and they're looking at having 500 of these this year alone. So to connect and network and be able to do that, I know I have the support system there, because sometimes when you're an entrepreneur, you're kind of have your down days and you don't always have your team behind you pushing you, and here you do, and you kind of get that energy going, and it's a great to know that you're not alone.
No, absolutely, and I think that sense of community and culture, actually, shared culture, is something that we're really trying to support, and so is Startup Weekend. One of the next questions I have, and possibly the final question, because it's so obviously so important, do you see any common challenges that are facing entrepreneurs, whether it's the young people in this room, whether it's people that are your colleagues who have been doing their own businesses for a while, that we're not addressing right now in Canada that we really need to? And do you have any idea for how we might solve some of these challenges?
One of the biggest challenges, and I know there are support systems out there. I belong to Women in IT. I belong to Women in Business. There's Confederation for Independent Business, CFIB. So I know there's systems out there that show you do have support as an entrepreneur, but at the same time, when you're starting out, you have this great idea and you're like, where do I go from here? And I know of a lot of entrepreneurs that have hit that wall and they get so frustrated. They're going in lines, filling out all the paperwork, trying to find out where they get incorporated and where they get funding and where they get all this. It's not, when you're starting out, you really don't know where to start. And I think that's where we kind of hit a wall. Yes, we have these support systems here, but I'm alone. I have these ideas. Where do I even go? Is there a Women in Business network? Do I belong there? Would they be able to support me? And sometimes people are shy. They have the great ideas, so you need to get them out and being able to show them that. I know of a lot of people that have hit that wall and they get so frustrated and then they just get a regular 9-to-5 job. And I'm like, you had such a great idea. Let's go with it. And I think it's just because I've been in the industry long enough that I know, but I do know from when I started, I missed out on getting unemployment for an extra year. I was off on maternity leave. I started my company while I was on maternity leave. I didn't know that I could apply for this paperwork and had it extended for another year. So there's those options that even I'm in the industry and I didn't even know was an option. So sometimes it's that kind of more education needs to be brought. And I think at these type of events that could be a support system that's brought out, especially with new people right out of university that have no idea how big of a job being an entrepreneur can be. It's 24/7, but the options are so vast. And there is a support system there, but there's that hurdle of getting it out there.
Perfect. Well, thank you for taking so much time to chat with us and to share with us some of the challenges, and I really appreciate that, Lynn.
No,
Wonderful.
thank you.
Perfect.